So we are done industrial with Oscar. Let us talk about how the Oscar was. What did you think?
It was pretty interesting. I was hoping Sinners would probably win more awards, but one battle after another won more, like six, right? So, yeah, it was pretty interesting. Huh?
Yeah, it felt like most of the award went for whoever deserved the award, uh,
Uh,
except one. We're gonna talk about it a little bit later.
okay.
I wouldn't say did not deserve, but I'm like kind
Uh,
of like a lot of politics going on there. But other than that, yeah, the thing about Oscar, as we talked last time, is like, hey, I have all this problem with Oscars and this and that.
uh,
But once the show starts, it's pretty fun. What did you think about it just as a product? Like, if you just forget about who won and anything, just as a product.
uh. Yeah, I mean, as a product, right? As we discussed in the last episode, I think it has lost its charm or mojo over the time, right? It's not. It's more dependent on the politics and lobbying and all that, right? Um, yeah, I mean, it's entertaining to
But what
watch
did you
at
think?
least.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. What did you think it as a product? Like,
Uh,
as like when you're watching for 2 hours, forget about who won and anything, just the entertainment value of it and all that.
yeah, there is certainly entertainment value of it, but again, the time we are living in, right? Everything has a somewhat of political twist to it, so that's something we cannot escape. But apart from that, it was entertaining overall.
Yeah,
How
I
how
think
about
he
you? How
had
do you like it?
pretty yeah, as I said, once the
Uh,
show starts, it feels pretty fun, and
uh-huh,
especially when you see all the celebrity all together and all that kind of stuff, it's pretty fun. I think Conan O'Brien did pretty good job. His
uh-huh.
jokes were pretty funny, especially all the shots he fired at Timothy. was it was
Yeah,
pretty
poor
funny.
poor man. Yeah,
Uh,
I don't think if that was warranted to have like treat him like a punching bag with all those.
but again, it's a fun. I think I mean I have no problem. I mean I
Uh,
love roasting, like roast so and stuff like that. So
mhm,
it's fun. I mean, as long as you don't cross like some kind of boundary, just yeah, it's
uh,
it's it's fun and game. I mean, everybody
yeah.
likes it. What did you get to chance to watch any other movies that were nominated or won?
No, I have not. I have not. Yeah.
I was too. I watched
No.
Martin Supreme, Martin
Uh-huh.
Supreme, and I watched K-pop Demon Hunter.
You did. Okay. How do you like Martin
Yeah,
Supreme?
I did. Hmm. it's. I feel like there was so much potential on that movie
Uh-huh.
that was not really discovered.
Uh-huh.
It's a movie about this very, very, very flawed character as a protagonist.
Uh-huh.
He is a flawed character. All he sees is one thing, right?
Uh-huh.
And I think Timothy did decent job on that. But the way they were promoting the movie, again, that's the problem when you watch all the trailer and stuff like that. That's what I did with this movie before I went and watched it. It's like it was designed as like a ping pong movie, and
Uh-huh.
it was not a ping pong movie,
Uh, uh-huh.
so very flawed. It felt like there was so much potential in there. I was listening to someone and they're like, after you watch that movie, you want to go and take shower. You feel so dirty watching that
Uh,
movie just by the
uh-huh.
character. And I think that kind of means the character did good job. K-pop Demon Hunter.
Yeah, it's lots
And
popular in like among like kids these days, right? Like every kids are like listening to that thing. Yeah.
yeah, I mean it's an animated movie. It's an
Uh-huh.
animated movie. The reason I watched it is once I was proven wrong that Sinner did not win the best song,
Mhm.
and when Golden won the best song,
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
listened to that song like 100 times.
Mhm.
I was obsessed with that song. That
Yeah.
song is
Mhm.
so good.
Mhm.
I was surprised. So I watched it. Again, it's the thing about animated movie like that is always good versus bad and then all that. But it was fun to watch it, but it was very predictable.
Yeah, it's focused towards kids, right? So, like wherever I go, like kids are either watching or listening or talking about it, and
But it
like,
is PG-10 though.
but everyone is watching.
Because there's a
Yeah,
lot of like scene of like killing and all, but not no blood or anything.
yeah,
But there's like shorts and this and that. So I
yeah.
looked
So,
it
like
up.
5, 6 years old kids, they are listening to songs and watching
The
videos,
songs are
reviewing
good.
about songs
Songs are
and
good.
talking about the story plot and all that. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. One thing I one thing about K-pop itself, about the genre itself, is that the K-pops are kind of intoxicating, right? Like, once you listen to it, it draws you towards it. Have you ever been to any K-pop concerts or K-pop themed parties? No.
I'm
Yeah.
not a concert guy, but I'm. Have you?
Yeah, I went to one. It was my first K-pop concert. It was
Ooh,
Yeah, it was something different because I had never listened to that band at all, and going there,
okay.
uh, seeing all those teenagers, kids, like singing Korean songs. I mean, yeah, it was something different.
It has a huge following. Like not
Uh-huh.
just like the other, like not the other. I mean, few years ago, when BTS was big,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
there was I saw there's like a hockey arena over here, and I saw
Uh-huh.
line like longer than like any other thing I've seen
Hmm.
on that
Yeah.
arena, and I was like, what's
Hmm.
going on? Do you know what was going on? No concert, nothing. They were selling a new T-shirt of BTS.
Wow.
So the line was just to buy the shirt of B. Like I was like, wow, okay.
Yeah,
So, but do you know BTS are coming back?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
Heard
heard
about
they
that.
are.
Mhm.
They're selling out a big venue in South Korea, like historic, some kind of venue,
Mhm.
like as a
Okay.
comeback. Something, but something about Korean music, though, right? Like in US, that like Gangnam Style, like
Mhm.
there's always this phases that Korean music. Even I believe 70% of the people who are listening to it does not understand what the song is. Like, I mean, unless they are singing on English, what the
Mhm.
actual like Korean lyrics is. But it's so popular. It's kind of surprising.
Yeah, I feel like the K-pops, they have more dynamic music, and they are usually band, right? Like in a boy band or girl band. So everyone brings in different element to it. So that's why you like, whatever you like rap, you like, rock, you like whatever, you will get some out of it. And I feel like with the K-pop Demon Hunter, they are trying to get like kids hooked to K-pop, right? So most of the teenagers are their target for now, but they want to focus and get them early on and get hooked on K-pop culture. Right? So I think that's what K-pop Demon Hunter is doing in general.
Yeah, I think with K-pop, there's like a big industry in South Korea where they
Hmm.
find kids 7, 8, 9 years ago 9 years old who has little potential, and they get them into boot camp, all this training and all that. And it's like it's not naturally grown. It's kind of like
Manufactured.
it's not organic. Yeah, it's
Hmm.
manufactured, but again, it works what it works. Uh, so one of the reason I watched K-pop Demon Hunter was the song, and then the other
Uh-huh.
reason was somebody made a comparison that in this Oscar there was two movies
Uh-huh.
that talked about music, that
Uh-huh.
talked about demon and vampire, that talked
Uh-huh.
about particular culture, right?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And one movie got nominated for original screenplay, best movie, and other did not.
Uh-huh.
So I
Uh-huh.
was like, that kind of makes sense. Let me watch it. But again,
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I don't know if they deserve to get nominated for best movie, but best song, I give it. It's
Mhm.
pretty catchy.
So I would say it like this, right? So the K-pop Demon Hunter was definitely popular choice for the best music. But if
Yeah,
we say, Mhm,
the ignorance of me is I did not even knew that was like an original song. I thought that was like
mhm,
older song, but I've heard
mhm,
that song so many times. It's so
mhm,
catchy.
yeah,
But I did not even know it was like a Demon Hunters original song. I was like, okay, they did some kind of remix and put it on movie. Most of the time, that's what the Hollywood movie does, right? Like they don't really have like original song. They have
yeah.
older
Mhm.
popular song. They kind of get it right and do it. Anyway, we talked a lot about K-pop Demon Hunt.
I am
Let us
actually more
get into.
interested on the one where you thought it was not deserving. Which was it? I'm more interested on that right now.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Let us keep that. Again, I'm not saying not deserving, but that was
Mhm.
my biggest surprise.
Okay.
After So my original song was also a biggest surprise, but
Uh-huh.
after I realized, hey, this song, then I'm like, okay, this makes sense. So it was not like surprise, but it was
Yeah.
surprise. So let's get into the Oscar winners real quick.
Mhm. Okay.
Let me pull it up. Where did I do it? Okay. So most of the technical side of it, right? Like
Mhm.
uh, the makeup, hair, and all that went to
Uh-huh.
Frankenstein.
Uh-huh.
So what did you think? I don't. You haven't watched that movie. Yeah, I
Yeah,
haven't
I
watched it
haven't
either.
watched that
Right.
movie, but watching from trailer, I think it deserved it. But again, like I have to watch the entire
Right.
movie to actually judge it. But yeah,
What What is up with that director? He keeps on making movie about creature, shape of
mhm,
water. Like
yeah,
he has some kind of fascination with like creatures. Like
mhm,
I try to listen to his different interview and figure out, okay, what is it that's you are trying to connect. I could not find anything.
mhm.
But yeah, he has fascination with creatures. Like it's pretty fun.
So I can talk about the shape of the water, at least from that, right? In shape of water, the creature that it has or alien, it seemed like that alien had more humanity than other humans itself, right? So I think that's an interesting theme to present. That see, we as a human species, we are losing the humanity, and we need to learn from these creatures, right? So I think that's one of
Yeah,
the
I
focus
mean,
of it.
no. I feel like that's kind of the focus of Frankenstein too. Just looking at
Uh,
the trailer and stuff like that. There's this creature who starts learning, blah blah blah, like word and all that. But what I was trying to figure out is like there's always like a connection a director tries to create,
uh,
right? Like what is he driven by? Why is he making a writing? Why he or she
uh,
is making a writing certain kind of movie?
uh,
And I was trying to find what is that line that he is trying to create on his movie. And I again maybe he might, again, just random thing, he might have felt different when he was growing up,
uh,
and maybe he did not like, he felt like other people were not treating him the way so he kind of started feeling there's like, hey, I got find more empathy on me with
uh,
my pets or with this,
uh,
or I was just trying to figure out, I could
uh.
not figure it out. That was the point.
Yeah, and also
Okay,
from the
no.
point of the audience itself, right? Like when you're watching it and you see different creature or different character, then you go curious and like you try to watch it and with interest and like what is this character about? What is this doing? Right. So I think that is also another element that adds uh, extra layer to
Yeah,
the
I think,
storytelling.
yeah, I think that is there as a plot, right? Like that
Uh,
makes movie interesting because as an audience you are trying to discover it. The way I was thinking is why you as a writer is
Uh,
making what you are making. Why are you
uh,
writing
uh,
certain kind of screenplays? You use different method to convey that message, which is curious, which is interesting, and all that. I was just trying to figure out what his motivation was uh, while he was trying to write certain kind. Film editing went to one battle after another. I thought it gonna be F1.
uh,
It got sound. I think F1 got
yeah.
sound, best sound
Uh,
design. What did you think about?
yeah, for one battle after another, I think it was good because for me, Cena's one battle after another and F1, they all were in like the same level. And with the editing itself, one battle after another, they have more kind of like interesting cuts, right? Trying to have you hooked on to a particular scene. So it added more to the story, I would say, from the editing perspective
And did you watch one battle after another in theater at house?
in theater. Yeah.
I think that also makes. I think it you when you watch it on theater, I think it has better
Mm,
impact than when you watch in house. And
yeah.
again, I think that last scene of that chase, the way it was
Uh,
edited, like three character and all the
uh,
suspense. Again, I have no problem with it. But okay, visual effect, Avatar, it was kind of given, I guess.
yep, yep, yep. That was given.
Because every time Avatar is nominated, it's gonna get visual effect.
Uh,
Okay, so let's do this. Let's take a short break, and we're gonna go and talk about One Battle After Another and Sinner, that the movie who got all the rest of the awards. We'll be right back. Hello, everyone. Go ahead and subscribe to our channel on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Thread, all the social media you can. We are trying to create a production house where we can share ideas on films, culture, and sports. We're trying to create a community where we can talk about all the stuff. Help us grow the channel. Thank you. Well, welcome back after that. So now let's go to best background score. I think he has won three already, right?
I'm not sure how many he has won, but he has done really good job in terms of background score. Um, Starting from Black Panther, I like his music is in my playlist. While I'm working, I just listen to
Mm-hmm.
him. Like it's pretty amazing with all the beats, especially with the Oppenheimer itself. Right? It's yeah, it was deserving, especially after the original song was won by K-pop Demon Hunter. So like it has it had to go with them. Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing about background score is so interesting because it's kind of one of the most underappreciated element of a movie. Because if you overdo it, it
Mhm,
feels like even you get best of the best actors doing the work, whatever cinematography and all that.
mhm,
It feels so. It does not feel right, right? So it's like
mhm.
to get that balance of what kind of score you're gonna use, where it, I think it's one of the most underappreciated element of a movie.
Yeah, you can say that. Also, if it's done wrong, then it's the first thing that you would notice as well. So it's kind of like very risky territory right there.
Yeah, and if you overdo it, like it, like
Mm.
especially older Nepali and Indian movies, like when villain comes, like dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun. It's like, oh man, you're overdoing it because
Mm,
music. The way I think about it is like for a filmmaker, camera angle,
mm,
music, they are like the grammar of movie, right? They are like
mm,
ABCD of the movie. So
mm.
you're trying to persuade your audience with all this element plus your actors plus your story, but these all elements are like helping you to build this story So yeah, it's one of the underappreciated. Okay, now let us go to uh again, supporting actor, supporting actress. We kind of talked about all that. Again, Sean Penn, he won. He was not
Hmm.
there, but it
Yeah.
was kind of given. And there were some people talking about why was Sean Penn given best supporting actor for playing such a bad role? I'm like, what are you guys talking about?
Well, Joker won the best actor, right? In Batman, Heath
I'm
Ledger.
not sure.
But he did win either supporting or best actor playing Joker. So Joker is very dark character.
Again, it doesn't matter character. That's the thing. Yeah, best actor. Yeah, Phoenix won best actor. It doesn't matter. Like, you're not giving award to the character. You're giving award to
Exactly.
if you if you feel pissed watching Sean Payne in one battle after another, he did good job.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's the whole point, right? The
Hmm.
character, if you're playing a bad character. That brings us to best actor. What did you think?
Well, I think Michael B. Jordan absolutely deserved the reward. Like we discussed in the last episode, like he was playing almost three character or two and a half characters, and it was very convincingly done. He lived as that those characters, so I would say he deserved it.
Yeah, there was screaming going on in my house when he
Mhm.
won it. Um, I genuinely, as soon as he won it, I googled when did Timothy made the comment about ballet.
Mhm.
When was the last day of voting for Oscar?
Mhm.
And last day of voting of Oscar was March 5th. He made
Uh-huh.
that comment on February 28th.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I feel like his comment might have influenced a lot of people. Again, that does not mean Michael B. Jordan did not deserve it,
Uh-huh.
but I felt like, yeah, his comment might have messed up his chance on winning the best act.
That
Do you
that
believe
could
that?
be.
Do you believe that conspiracy theory created by me?
It's possible. It's absolutely possible, given that he was trolled throughout the night. Uh, yeah, that's possible because it might ruffle
It's
some
some
feathers out there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's some kind. It's kind of a thing that as like I feel like I think as soon as he said it, he might have just regretted it right away.
Mhm.
It was with Matthew McConaughey, and Matthew McConaughey was like, "Dude, did you just say that?" Like his reaction was like, "Oh, did you just say that?" Yeah, so that
Yeah,
that was, that
but
was
again,
pretty
I
fun.
feel like if you are judging before a performance, then you should be judging solely based on performance, not what they said or
That's
what they
that's
did
what I'm
after
saying.
that,
That's
right?
that's
So,
the problem I
yeah.
have with Oscar. That that
Mhm.
that was the main point I was trying to make.
Yeah.
Again, that does not mean Michael B. Jordan did not deserve.
Mhm.
I think he deserved it. But uh, again, I don't know. After watching Martin Supreme, I'm like, I mean, he did pretty good job. But again, both did pretty good job. It just did his comment made any influence on the actual vote? Okay, so best director and best picture. One battle after another versus the sinner. What did you think?
So for the best director, yeah, it was deserving. It was either him or Ryan Coogler. It was fine with me. But for the best picture, I felt like the current political scenario gave it an extra edge, right? For me, personal, while watching both movies, Sinners and One Battle, Sinners moved me more. And there were moments in one battle after another where I was not very inclined towards the like story at some point, right? Like, what's going on? What is this, right? But for Sinners, I was hooked, and I was in that elevated state for throughout the movie, and it was like an experience for me, right? And if I have to rewatch it, I normally don't like to rewatch movies, but if I have to rewatch, then I would rewatch Sinners and maybe not one battle after another. But I'm not saying that was a bad movie. It's a great movie. It was a completely different experiences for both movies. But for one battle after another, I was constantly being reminded of the political scenario of the country right now, right? So I think that's what gave it an extra edge for the best picture.
Yeah, I think so too. And again, I feel like the repeat value that you talked about. Am I
Uh-huh.
going to watch one battle after another, or am I going to watch Sinner more? I feel like when you go down the road on again, both movies were good. Both movies did pretty good. But if you go down the road 10, 15, 20 years from now and you look back and depending upon which circumstances we are in, people might feel like, hey, why did not Sinner get a best picture? It's like, didn't it deserve best picture than one battle after another? But at the moment, it kind of made sense. With the best director, I think Paul Thomas Anderson, it was kind of not that again. It's not that he did not deserve it. That's not the point of it. But it's more like he has been in industry for so long. He have had so many good movies. It's almost like, hey, let us just give him this one. Like
Uh-huh.
but yeah, it kind of felt like 60-40 should have been Sinners, best
Uh-huh.
movie, best director. But again, as we said, it's not always the best. I almost wanted to make comparison of it with Shawshank Redemption and Forrest Gump.
Uh-huh.
Both were selected at best movie in same year, but I don't think I can't. I mean, those are really good movies. Like Forrest Gump got against Shawshank Redemption, but I don't think I can make that kind of comparison. But you can compare them in that kind of like area. Like, hey, both were good movies. People just had to select one, and they did that. So yeah.
Uh-huh. For Shawshank and Forrest Gump, I felt like Forrest Gump was much lighter movie and Shawshank was much darker. And maybe that's why they were like more inclined towards like more lighter, entertaining movie versus a bit darker themed movie. And maybe I'm not sure about like the viewership and the box office. I feel like Forrest Gump was more watched than Shawshank Redemption. So maybe that's
Yeah,
another
but on
element too.
on Sinner, no, on Sinner versus One Battle After, the Sinner did $400 million in box office. It was a blockbuster versus One Battle After. It didn't really do good in theater. It spent 170. It might have done maybe like
Uh-huh.
barely 100, $200 million business. But again, as we said, like it's not always the best movie or anything like that.
Uh-huh.
But I feel like the repeat value kind of makes sense on why Forrest Gump might have got it versus
Uh-huh.
Shawshank Redemption. But again, we cannot use the same theory
Uh-huh.
in this scenario.
But again, for the best picture, like the fact that Sinners was nominated for 16 different categories versus 13 for one battle after another, right? Like it has three more nominations. It speaks for its quality overall, right?
Do you know who had the best success rate?
For what? No?
Nomination and K-pop Demon Hunter. I think
Nominated
it
for
got
two, one for
nominated on
two.
2-1-2. Yeah.
Yeah.
so, so they had the best
Yeah.
success rate, 100%
Mhm.
success rate. So,
Yeah.
any other thing we missed out talking about Oscar? We kind of went through.
So you didn't talk about the one where you're disappointed. Was that
That
for the
that
director
was
or?
the one. No, no,
Okay.
no, no. Best
You,
actor.
you, you
Best
didn't sound
actor.
very disappointed though.
That again. That's the thing. It is not disappointed.
uh,
It's almost again. That's the thing. It's not disappointed. It's not a surprise. But if Oscar was held on February 25th,
uh,
I am 80% sure Timothy would have won it. That's my point of view. And you kind of look at the trajectory of the best actor's trajectory, probability,
uh,
and stuff like that. You kind of see Timothy up, 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 up,
uh,
up, and then
yeah.
slowly the line crosses
Uh,
to Michael B. Jordan. So that was the point I was trying to make. Is like, yeah,
uh,
I think that made a difference. That was my point. Not again, not disappointed,
uh,
not shocked. I was kind of though. I was kind of shocked. I heard scream and I was like, "What just happened?" I was like, "Oh
uh,
wow, Michael B. Jordan won." Okay, um, that was it. And after that, literally, I think same day I watched Martin Supreme.
uh,
I'm like, why did he win and why not Michael B. Jordan? I mean, why not Timothy? But again, it is what it is. So let's do quick. Let's do 5 years, right?
uh.
Do you think Timothy gonna win Best Actor in next 5 years?
Yeah, I definitely think he can. He is very hardworking actor. Like he really like embodies the character, and every character he plays is different. It's not like same character. It's like different, very layered characters. So I do see potential of him winning Best Actor in 5 years, multiple times too. So yeah,
Oh, I don't think multiple times. I think he
you
might
never
win
know.
one. I don't think he's gonna win multiple. I don't think he's gonna win multiple times.
Well,
Let
he
me.
has
I was
Dune 3
trying to.
coming up, so I'm pretty hyped up about that.
Yeah, I think Dune 3, and I think what is the movie? I'm trying to find the movie. Give me just a second. What is? Why can't I find it? Did you realize? Oh, it is the Dune's movie. Oh no, no, it's not Dune's movie. The Odyssey, Christopher Nolan's new movie
Uh-huh.
that's coming on 2026. I think that is like gonna be a big one next year, an Oscar.
Okay.
So you may not see Timothy but it might be Timothy versus Tom
Hmm.
Holland. Holland has a background on ballet, so that that might that might come up again. But yeah, I think next year's big movie gonna be Odyssey. The Odyssey coming.
Okay. So
So
as long
he,
as Timothy does not make any comment about ballet and all of that, he has good chance of winning next
should.
year, right? That's what you're saying.
No, I'm what I'm saying is what he said this year might hurt him next year too. If he's going against Tom Holland. So, what is it? Yeah, Tom Holland, right?
Yeah.
Holland. What's his
Mm.
name?
Tom Holland, Spider-Man.
So
Yep.
yeah, yeah, man, he got a big year coming. He got Spider
Hmm.
Man coming. He got Odyssey. Wow, dang, that guy is busy. With a good, I don't know if it's a wife or a girlfriend. They say they got married, but we have no idea. I think we are kind of veering into gossip territory right now from from talking about movie.
Yep.
Anyway,
So when is the release date for the Odyssey?
it's 2026, July 17.
July 17th. I'm sure Christopher Nolan shot this in IMAX real format as well.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I would
entirely on IMAX.
yeah. So when the Oppenheimer was released, right, like there was one or two theaters in the US which was actually projecting in the real IMAX theater projection. and the tickets were sold out for the entire time. So I would be interested to get the actual ticket for those, theaters.
See,
Yeah.
I okay, this gonna sound crazy, right? For me, as a filmmaker, I wanna watch those kind of movie on a
Mhm.
TV.
What?
And if you can listen, let me go through it. If you can sell me
uh,
a good story
uh,
on a TV, you can
uh,
sell me good story on a format that you want me to go and watch it. So for an example, because this is an experience I've had, whenever I go and watch movie in theater, I
uh,
like all the movie except one. Oh my
uh.
god. Do you know which one?
No, which one is it?
It's Matt Damon movie. There is a, I'll try to find it.
Okay.
But for me, if you want to sell me a good storytelling, I should be hooked on your movie and like your movie on any format I watch. I feel like going and watching an IMAX or a format that you want me to go and watch it. It's just enhancing my experience of watching a movie. But for me, for it to be a good movie, I should be able to watch in any format and has to do same thing to me. You disagree with that?
No, I agree with that partially. So I agree with this sentiment that, you know, if it's a good movie, then it should be able to hook you in any format. Yes, I completely
Hmm.
agree with that. But when you're watching in a TV, let's say, right, the sound, the ambience will not,
Be
you won't
same.
be able to experience that, right? So if you're watching something like Sinners in a theater or home theater, right, then you can feel that sound and it will enhance the storytelling itself, right? Versus if you're watching on TV, like
Makes
I
sense.
would not even want to watch a good trailer in TV. I would prefer to watch it in home theater for that added enhanced experience, right? So that also
Yeah.
gives that extra edge. For example, for Sinners, it was nominated for 16 awards, and it involved like best screenplay, best uh, background score, and all of that, right? So you get to experience all of that. From the storytelling
Makes
point
sense.
of view, yeah, it makes sense. But again, it's storytelling. It's not just like the visual; it's also the audio aspect of it, right? And again, like when you're watching on TV, you have lots of things that can disturb you, can draw your attention away.
Right. Right. Makes
For
sense.
example, I have tried to watch Lincoln 5 times so far, and I have not been able to complete. And I watched Lincoln 5 times in like 5 different formats. Like once I watched it in when I was in the flight, and I could not finish it. So yeah, I guess that is another thing.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So the movie I was trying to say is Downsizing, and I think we're gonna talk about that.
Mhm.
And have you watched Downsizing?
No, I have not. No.
My
Wait,
God, man, it's a torture. It's art. Yeah.
there was similar series in Amazon Prime, right? I feel like there was something similar with downsizing concept, but
Let me tell you my experience watching
okay.
Downsizing on theater.
Mm,
It was me and Sivir.
mm,
We
okay.
were watching movie.
Mm,
It was such a bad movie, right?
mhm,
It felt like they were just making this movie longer and longer and longer.
mhm,
I think we started on theater maybe with like 50 or 60 people.
mhm,
With like maybe 30 minutes left, we two were the only one.
mhm,
Okay.
mhm,
I don't know if I've told you this story. So we two were the only one. Everybody left. It's like, this
mhm,
is such a bad movie. Like they were just like cursing and all that and getting out, right?
mhm,
And then we two were like, should we go? And I was like, no, we already started. We cannot go. We gotta finish it.
Uh,
And I think I said, I was like, what if it does not finish? He looked at me and he was like, yeah, it may not finish because every time it feels like this is it. We are
uh,
done. You can end the movie here. And the story comes up. And again, it's like, this is it. Now we are done. And the story was like, what if this movie never ends and we are in this theater whole time? I just looked at it. It was only 2 hours, 15-minute movie. Man, it felt like
wow.
we were there for like 5 days.
Mhm.
It was torture. But
So
anyway,
talking about
something.
that, like you feel like it's gonna finish, but it doesn't finish, right? It reminded me of another like good example of that. Have you watched Batman of Robert Pattinson?
Hmm, hmm.
Yeah, so that was kind of movie where you felt like the movie is done for good, and then there is a more interesting part of the actual movie started after that, and it felt quite interesting. So yeah, just talking about like felt like movie was
Yeah, if
ended,
you
but it
can
did
make
not.
movie, yeah, if you can
Mm.
make movie interesting and do that, that's different. But it's almost like some of those. What is that Indian director? The two brothers. They make like a
Uh,
suspense theater movie.
Abbas
Yeah,
Mustan,
Abbas
yeah.
Mastan. Yeah,
Mm.
they keep on like twist after twist after
Uh-huh.
twist after twist. Like there's like hundred of twists at the end, right?
Uh-huh.
And it's like, man, you don't need that much of a twist. We got it. Like, just end it.
Well, you should not lose the audience, like general
Hmm.
audience with all those tweets. If you lost the audience, then you are done.
Yep, exactly. Well, I think we are done. We don't want to keep on extending and extending and extending too. So, did we miss anything? Do you need to talk about anything or
I think we covered most of the thing. Yeah.
most of it, right? Okay. I'll try to watch one battle after another again. I'll try to watch Odyssey in IMAX when it comes out. I'll try to watch Spider Man in 3D, and we'll see. Well, everyone, thank you so much. We will see you guys next week again. Bye.